You are watching WCSD from the Calloway County School District.
Hey there, Lakers. Happy December 1st. We've got a good show for you today, including the new update on the net neutrality debate and a look at what's causing teenage insomnia. Also today, we'll introduce you to the boys basketball team's new head coach, and we'll pay tribute to a beloved teacher and friend. All that and more coming up on Laker TV. What's poppin', Laker Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Laker TV. I'm Elena Williams.
And I'm Jesse Raines. It's December 1st and Christmas is coming.
That's right, Jesse, and that means Christmas break is just around the corner, too. Students in the Calloway County High School Agriculture Department were thrilled to sell poinsettias this holiday season. And during the upcoming spring semester, 90 students will be raising flowers and vegetables for the general public in their new greenhouse. This will mark the first crop in the new greenhouse since the old house was destroyed by a fire in the spring of 2016. The public is asked to mark their calendars for a ribbon cutting and open house in April.
Many conversations and arguments seemed to take the internet by storm last weekend talking about net neutrality, whether we should have it, do away with it, and where to protest. But what is it really about? We have reporter Chesley Wilson with an explanation.
Welcome to 2018. There's no net neutrality. Broadband providers like AT&T, Verizon, Comcast, and HughesNet are making you pay extra for Instagram, and your movies on Netflix have been buffering for hours. This is the crisis we will potentially face in the coming months. In case you're confused, net neutrality is defined as the principle that internet service providers should enable access to all content and applications regardless of the source and without favoring or blocking particular products or websites. In simpler terms, this means Verizon and AT&T aren't allowed to block certain YouTube videos because of their content or make CNN the only news source available. Many people do stand by the phrase, all data is created equal, but some people are against net neutrality. Their main reason for doing away with it is money, because they will then be able to charge customers more based on what websites they wish to use. So, if you like being able to access any website you want without it being blocked, censored, expensive, or slowed down, you should probably look into taking a stand like millions of others are beginning to do. December 14th, the date the FCC is voting on this matter, is coming up quick. Battleforthenet.com is an official website of protest against this oncoming problem. You put in your information, and they have a pre-composed letter that will be sent to Congress urging them to stop this plan. If you're still confused, this is a big deal and you should be worried. Photos like this have popped up over the weekend showing exactly what our internet could look like in the future. Scary, right? This is Chesley Wilson reporting for Laker TV.
The threat of your internet being taken from you is scary, but maybe it will take away your distractions and allow you to sleep better. This week, reporters Emily McIntosh and Brianna Lockwood have taken a look into the causes behind teen insomnia.
Everyone knows that sleep is important, but just like we know we need to drink more water, we choose to ignore the science because there are only so many hours in a day. Many teens suffer from simply avoiding sleep. There are many distractions after all, with cell phones, internet access, video games, and really anything else a teen can be distracted by. There are also responsibilities that have an effect on sleep. Homework, chores, work, and extracurricular activities are also big villains in the quest of sleep. Recently, however, there has been an increase in mental obstacles that are preventing adolescents from sleep. Anxiety and depression are big factors in teen insomnia. With increased stress in home and school life, sleep can easily be ignored. According to mind.org.uk, poor sleep leads to worrying. Worrying leads to poor sleep. Worrying about sleep is like your mind trying to fight itself, and that's a horrible place to be. It also might be alarming how dangerous it is to go without sleep. As teens are getting the magical ability to drive, it is important to be aware of the fact that drowsy driving can be as dangerous as drunk driving. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, more than 100,000 accidents can be directly attributed to drowsy driving each year. There are many things you can do to help the sleep situation. First, make sure you are not distracting yourself when you need to sleep. Next, make sure you are taking correct steps prior to bedtime, like avoiding caffeine. Also, make sure you are setting an appropriate bedtime for yourself. In general, leading a healthier lifestyle will improve your sleep patterns. For Laker TV, I'm Emily McIntosh.
Welcome back to Laker Sports. With fall sports like cross country and soccer being complete, it's time to go into our winter sports. Two teams that have already started playing are the girls and boys basketball teams. The girls are now 2-0 and have faced both Fulton County and Mayfield last night, winning 69-49. While our boys opened their season on the road against the Ballard Memorial Bombers and won 63-54. Key scores from both teams were Jeremy Darnell with 29 points and Charlie Settle with 28 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. And at the end of last year, Coach Terry Birdsong left Calloway to coach Marshall County. So the beginning of this season brings new leadership as a former Laker basketball star has come back to take over as head coach.
Basketball season is beginning, and the new season brings a huge change in our organization itself, as we have a brand new coaching staff, headed by Coach Brad Cleaver. Calloway has had many coaching changes throughout our basketball teams, but Coach Cleaver stands alone as being the only former Calloway player to ever be our head coach.
Yeah, my fondest memory on the basketball court definitely here was beating Murray High in the district first round of the district game here at Jeffrey Gymnasium, and then beating Marshall County here for district championship. That was my fondest memory.
Coach Cleaver used to be an on-court star for Calloway when he was in high school. His resume includes being ranked as Callaway's number 13 all-time leading scorer and one of several Lakers to play Division I basketball. I asked him about his play style and how he thinks his coaching ideas will benefit the team.
We want to score often and score a lot. That's for sure. We'll definitely, get up and down. We're going to press, and we're going to make the game a lot faster.
Coming off a district championship win last year, the question we all want answered is, how are we going to follow up that year with this year?
Expectations are, it's good to have high expectations and high goals. We're definitely going into this season with goals of repeating as district champions. That's our first and foremost, our goal that we're trying to accomplish.
For Laker TV, I'm Caleb Spain.
Tomorrow, the boys have their first home game of the season against Central Tennessee at 7:30. So come show our boys some support. Well, that's all we have for sports this week. For Laker TV, I'm Caleb Spain.
Thanks, guys, for that sports recap. So, Jesse, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, mine was pretty good. What about you?
I guess it wasn't too bad. Well, don't go anywhere, Lakers. After the break is more weird news from Chelsea Nance.
Now here's a word from our sponsor. Stay tuned.
What's up? I'm Fraser Mayer. Have you ever wanted to get better at hopscotch? Or tic-tac-toe? Drink Harvey Steve's Mountain Fizz energy drink. Here's a word from one of our happy customers.
I'm better than anything else. Happy.
Side effects include smelling like cheese and turning into metal. Talk to your doctor if you experience tiny face syndrome or the craving for Pizza Zone.
Drink Harvey Steve's Mountain Fizz energy drink to improve your game.
Well, Lakers, it's that time of the show again. Here's Chesley Nance with another episode of Weird News.
Sorry guys, this week has been somewhat normal, so I only have 2 stories for you. So listen to this. A 40-pound bobcat had to travel 50 miles after being hit with a car and getting stuck in the grill. It's so cute. Look at it. The person that hit it knew that she hit something, but I guess was just in too much of a hurry to check it at the moment. The bobcat is perfectly fine and only suffered a scrape on her back. Thank God. This North Carolina town has had some luck with what they call a cone weed. Now, before some of you perk up too much, it's not what you're thinking. Look at it. It's like one of those weeds your grandmother pulls up because it's making her yard look ugly. Anyways, it has been growing for about a year now, and a graphic designer created some Christmas clothes and has sold more than 200 shirts, and the proceeds are helping local families. Oh, and there is a fan page for it. For Weird News and Laker TV, I'm Chesley Nance.
Well, it's December 1st, and all of us are scrambling around in preparation for Christmas. Each year, the Youth Service Center shows families in need how much the community cares about them by collecting items of all sorts so that they can enjoy Christmas too. This program was previously known as the Santa Project and was located at BB&T, but has been renamed to Laker Christmas with a new home across from Chestnut Park. Reporter Kenneth Frederick takes a closer look.
Toys for the kids, clothes for the teenagers, and everything in between. Thanks to the contribution of this community, there will be so many kids feeling Christmas joy this season. I'm here today at the new Laker Christmas location across from Chestnut Park. If you're still wanting to donate, they're accepting items for all ages up until 12th grade. Thank you, and for Laker TV, I'm Kenneth Friedrich.
All right, folks, before we go, we'd like to bring up a sad topic for all of us in Lakerland. On Sunday, November 26, Miss Connie Payne was taken from all our lives. She worked as a teacher at Calloway County Middle School and as an administrator for the Calloway County Day Treatment Center and will be dearly missed.
Yes, she will, and to show our love for Miss Payne, we would like to end our show today with a tribute to the woman who touched all of our hearts.
One of the ways Miss Payne affected me in a positive way was we talked daily about spiritual matters, about personal matters, having coached my youngest daughter Conley, and she would always ask how Conley's doing, how Jeannie's doing, how the family's doing, and it just seemed like every day that maybe I had an off day, that Connie was always around to end it before I went home on a better note. I always had a positive thing to say, always had an uplifting scripture or something like that. So, you know, what I'm going to miss most, every morning during car duty, Brandon and myself would help her get her wheelchair down from a ramp and do all that and see her, and we would be able to say something to each other at the start of the day, a little joke, and of course won't have that anymore. And so just always about laughter, always about positive energy, and keeping your head up, and that'll be something